In tonight's 3 on Your Side, a Goodyear man tells our Gary Harper here that he was ripped off big time by a locksmith.
Yeah, nothing wrong with being a locksmith. It's a respectable career, but here in Arizona, calling a locksmith can be a little dicey, and I'll tell you why. The industry is not regulated, at least in Arizona, and as a result, consumers say they're getting taken advantage of.
We just closed on Friday of last week, so very excited to get into the house. We got it for an awesome deal.
Casey Sheets is thrilled to be in his new home, but right after moving in, the first thing he wanted to do was make sure it was secure.
We wanted to make sure the locks were fresh and new to us, so only we were getting in until we can get the house secured with an alarm.
So Casey looked online for a locksmith who could rekey 3 different locks. That's when he came across a company called 24/7 Locksmiths. Casey called them up, and according to him, he got a reasonable quote over the phone.
Heard $20 per door, and there was a $14 service call fee to come out.
Casey was expecting to pay less than $100, but when the locksmith came out to rekey those doors, Casey says he was handed an invoice, and the invoice said $163. But Casey says the price gouging didn't stop there. After the guy was done rekeying those 3 doors and handed over the final bill, Casey says the invoice had changed from $163 to $463. That's nearly 6 times what Casey was initially quoted, but he paid the bill.
And now that I'm trying to get a hold of the company, I can't find the same website anymore online. I call the company, I still get the same dispatcher, but I'll never get a manager.
And 3 on Your Side experienced the same problem. We found this website for 24/7 Locksmith with the same number Casey had called. The person on the other end always told us a manager would call us back, but they never did.
These are typical locks.
Kurt Anderson is a master locksmith and instructor with the Arizona School of Locksmithing. He says what happened to Casey happens all the time in Arizona. Why?
There's no licensing in Arizona, which is silly. I mean, you've got to be licensed if you want to cut hair, if you want to drive a truck, you want to work on air conditioning, give somebody a massage.
And Kurt says that Casey was grossly overcharged when he was stuck with that $463 bill.
My charge for that same job, if it was within a 5-mile radius, would have been $82.50.
Casey says he's upset that companies can do this to people and hopes others can learn from his situation.
I'm very angry. I'm very disappointed in myself, but I'm very disappointed in them taking advantage of the situation.
Now, there are many legitimate locksmiths out there who go by 24/7 or have 24/7 somewhere in their company name, and a lot of unscrupulous locksmiths, well, they try to resemble or mimic that name, so be careful. But if you're looking for a locksmith, make sure that they're a member of the Associated Locksmiths of America. Members are bonded and they go through criminal background checks. For more information on finding a decent locksmith, one who is bonded, go to our website, azfamily.com, go down to 3 on Your Side, and I'll have that link. Gary Harper, 3 on Your Side.